Look at these parcels. How many of these do you think are sent every day? How many have you received in your lifetime? How many countries did they get sent to? Amazon's ability to deliver parcels and revolutionize both logistics and e-commerce is a staggering success of modern 21st century technology. So why is it that China was just a problematic venture for them? And ultimately, why did Jeff Bezos and Amazon fail to get a foothold in one of the largest economies in the world? As Chinese companies continuously seek to expand into the West, China has always had the same allure for many Western companies. China's potential for extraordinary earnings and massive audiences have attracted the attention of global companies from pretty much every sector, including the likes of Uber, eBay, and even Mattel. Over the last couple of decades, as America's economy has started to slow, China, with the world's second largest economy in the world and its 2-digit growth rate, has attracted retailers looking for new opportunities. It is well understood that for a foreign business to thrive or even survive in China, they must adapt on a macro scale to align with both the Chinese Communist Party as well as the local market conditions, which, being honest, all of them failed to do. A couple of years ago, Amazon, a global powerhouse, found itself joining the ranks of many distinguished brands failing in China. In this video, we're going to try and dig deep and explore just what went wrong, given that they seem to have just about everything right everywhere else. After entering China in 2004, a decade and a half later, in April 2019, Amazon threw in the towel and announced its withdrawal from the Chinese market and effectively shut down operations as a marketplace, with figures so low that they were not disclosed in their financial reports. When Amazon exited the market, it was left with a market share of just 0.6%, whereas Alibaba's Tmall occupied 61.5% and JD.com 24.2% in 2018's final quarter. The real question here is, how is it possible that Amazon's global success and competitiveness were crushed by local sellers within China? Back in 2004, Amazon bought Joyo.com, bounding into the Chinese market with high hopes. At the time, Joyo, a popular online bookseller, had a turnover of $75 million. Over the next 10 years, Joyo was slowly transformed into Amazon China, gaining a sizable 15.4% of the business-to-consumer market share in 2008. Whilst this growth should be seen as a massive success, if you take a little look at the Chinese e-commerce trends at the time, it reveals that e-commerce as an industry was just taking off and had an enormous growth rate, transforming the entire commercial landscape. This rapid growth with the potential for massive profits wasn't going unnoticed. During this time, the industry saw a massive influx of new local companies entering the market, wanting to take some of those juicy profits. Despite Amazon's early entry and successful market share, as Amazon expanded further, they encountered bigger and bigger problems, and with each one of these, the domestic entrepreneurs slowly but surely gained more traction. Ignoring the massive challenges that accompany the Chinese market, such as aggressive competition and strict regulation, Amazon fell down the hole that all too many Western companies do in China. Amazon's trust in their local management team was non-existent, exacerbating the tough climate China already is to operate in. CEO of China's massive e-commerce platform JD.com, Richard Liu highlighted that the lack of a decision-making body within China was going to be a major contributing factor in Amazon's downfall. He goes on to highlight that, across their entire general managers team, there was never any Chinese managers who actually lived within the country. This lack of a Chinese-based management structure put them at a staggering disadvantage over the aggressive local players who had a comprehensive and well-rounded understanding of their consumers' demands. A glaring example of this misstep was Amazon's offer of free delivery for all domestic products for Amazon Prime members. While attractive in the West, free delivery is a standard feature within the e-commerce industry in China, with every firm providing customers with this service. Both the big giants Alibaba and JD.com even go one step further. They offer an attractive package of free delivery for both domestic and imported products as long as the customer spends over $16. An offer that far exceeds Amazon's, nullifying one of their unique selling points. Even if Amazon tried to address the issue and lower their Amazon Prime membership price to $30 a year, much lower than the membership fee in the US, it would be impossible for Amazon to break into the Chinese market with companies like JD.com's Plus membership package, providing free ebooks and up to 5 free deliveries per month for just $24 a year, pricing out Amazon once again. This in-depth understanding of both China's culture and its market was demonstrated once again in 2008, when Alibaba went ahead and created an unofficial holiday to celebrate individuals who were not in a relationship called Singles Day. The success of this holiday was seen almost immediately, and in 2021, Alibaba and JD.com reached a new total Singles Day sales record of $139 billion, a phenomenon that Amazon had been left out of entirely. This lack of understanding in their customer base was again noticeable if you look at their website's user interface, for which it received widespread criticism. Amazon, in its effort to maintain its brand image regardless of regional taste differences, had stuck to its comparatively simple and minimalist design. In contrast to this, when you look at the user interfaces of the Alibaba or JD.com websites, they offer colorful platforms with orange and red. These two colors are often associated with positive energy within China and can entice people to go shopping online. Whilst this may be a little jarring for a Western audience, this is familiar and homely for the Eastern markets. Amazon hit further fundamental roadblocks when it came to customer payment methods. In the last decade, China has undergone rapid growth in nearly every sector, resulting in China having a robust and interconnected technology ecosystem. If you visit the country today, nearly every Chinese consumer uses a form of digital wallet, with the majority using either WeChat or Alipay, hosting 1.3 and 1 billion users, respectively. These payment platforms are fundamentally linked to everything else in their users' lives. This includes everything from social media, paying for groceries, or buying a train ticket. As a result of this, a highly sophisticated advertising system has evolved, suggesting products from every Chinese e-commerce platform. This has resulted in all these digital platforms supporting each other, as the user experiences a seamless journey and can promptly order and pay with their digital wallets. When Amazon entered the marketplace, it was a foreign object within this ecosystem. With a fragmented payment and advertising platform, this disjointed ecosystem scared away local advertisers, merchants, and most importantly, their users. Another fatal miscalculation was Amazon's foundational infrastructure, the same infrastructure that had won them success in the rest of the world. Working from the same playbook, Amazon spent billions of dollars on the construction of 15 fulfillment centers, ensuring that they have the ability to control their own inventory. While Amazon was in the process of establishing its own infrastructure, Alibaba was observing carefully from the side, predicting that this infrastructure model wouldn't work in China, and instead decided to invest further in the opposite direction, by hosting an array of smaller vendors and local delivery companies, helping Alibaba get a head start and offer lower prices. Amazon's attempt to respond to this was far too slow. The company announced a new delivery service partner program to encourage and sign up independent entrepreneurs who want to start their own delivery business shipping Amazon packages. To be honest, this experimental program was a good initiative, but Amazon, already months behind their competitors, had limited success compared to the likes of AliExpress or JD.com. Missing the importance of culture and the nature of the Chinese audience, Amazon had no other choice than to abandon its Chinese e-commerce ambitions. Amazon's normal reliance of the quality of products, technology, and price just wasn't enough to succeed in doing business in China. Maybe if they focused on understanding their audience, they may have seen more success. Well, I guess what we could gain from this is that maybe bigger isn't always better, especially when you're talking about the highly cutthroat industry of last-mile delivery. There's a whole lot more, and sometimes a lot less to successful localization than you might imagine. If you've enjoyed today's video, make sure to press the like button and let us know in the comments if there are any other companies that you'd like us to make a video on. If you want a video similar to this one, check out our breakdown of Coca-Cola's award-winning marketing strategy. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you hit the bell icon if you want more marketing breakdowns of your favorite brands.